Yo, 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 it's your boy Eddie Star coming to you live for the pad. Look, I don't want to get into numbers and all that, but I'll just say this, man. I'll say Scottie Pippen, it wasn't really his a great display of his talent, but you saw flashes here and there of what he could be. He did have some turnovers. I really like his confidence. I like the confidence that he plays with. I think that he's going to be very valuable through the season. But he's a perfect player to sign on a two-way deal because I think he's going to develop very, very well under the Lakers. But he wasn't the one everybody was talking about. They were talking about this guy named Huff. Huff was looking like Mark Gasol out there. He was grabbing boards, blocking shots. He's a two-way player that currently plays for the G League Lakers, the South Bay Lakers. And that's who everybody was talking about. They were like, look, Lincoln needs to find a way to get this guy more time. But you got to keep in mind that this is summer league. This is subpar competition. These are all people who are just trying to find a name, make a name over to get a contract overseas. Some of these guys, most of these guys won't even make it to the summer league roster. Some of these guys are just going to be going overseas. So Mac McClung had a decent game. And one of the criticisms I heard about him is that, he's better than the competition that's out here. But, we're talking about a guy who's dominated the G League, and I believe he got G League Rookie of the Year or something like that. I believe he got G League Rookie of the Year. And he's done very relatively well in the G League, but how will he fare in the NBA against NBA competition? Now this dude, I messed his name up yesterday. I said I don't know his name. He's from Syracuse. This is Cole Sweeter. Cole Sweeter is what we thought Max Christie was going to be. This guy's already much older. He's already played. I think all 4 years of college, and he looks exactly like Rob Pelinka. But Cole Sweeter, this guy was bomb. I mean, he was hitting them threes yesterday, man. I think it was like 3 for 4 or 3 for 5 or something like that. He was hitting those threes, and his stroke, it was going in. He looks like he's ready. Keep in mind this is against a subpar competition. This isn't against NBA level competition. But for him to be out there, he had you could tell he had that confidence that, hey, look, I studied for the test. I went out here, I practiced, I did everything I possibly could, and this guy is good, man. He's a really, really good player. He's like a big forward kind of. He's tall and he has that stroke, man. It's like exactly what the Lakers are going to need throughout the season. They might actually, I see this out of all the players. I think this guy has the most potential to get some actual NBA minutes, because Max Christie, he didn't really have so much of a great game. I'll get on him later, but we're going to need guys like Cole Sweeter who have that NBA size. And they had that stroke that's where it's just going in, and yeah, this dude, he's gonna be all right, man. He's gonna be another character that not character. I'm sorry, another player that was in the game was this guy named Paris Bass, man. This guy was looking good too, man. He was like, he was getting boards. This big tall center. I think he plays on the South Bay Lakers as well, and. You got to keep in mind the subpar competition. But he ended up having like 16 points and some boards or something like that. He had a decent game. He had a 3. He was like on fire at least the second half of the game. So that's somebody to look out for. Yeah, so back to Max Christie. It just looked like, it was a lot of nerves, and if you go, see what's my guy who I follow, 94 feet a game. He's the assistant coach, but he was running he was coaching the game. I forget what his name is, but He was our assistant coach last year. Phil Handy. There we go. Phil Handy said it perfectly. It was just a lot of nerves. This guy is pretty much undersized. He's going to at least need to put on, let's just say, 10 to 15 pounds of muscle. This is the NBA. That's kind of hard to do, believe it or not, because you're playing like so many games, But he's going to have to bulk up, because even though this is subpar competition, these are still professionals. These are still guys who are going to be playing overseas. These are guys who know how to, read plays and set screens and do all of the small stuff. And, these are guys who could do everything that he could do, but they could do it better because a lot of these guys are much older. Some of these guys are in their mid-20s or, they're trying to find a spot somewhere. So it was clear that this was too big. This was too big for him. Like he was like, it was too big. It was too big of a moment for him. He was trying to figure this stuff out, and he was missing a lot of shots, and it was looking bad. But then towards the end, he made a few shots. I think it was like 2 shots he made out of the whole game. He did a tip in. He did a 3-pointer. So, he definitely has talent, dude. And I see people just trashing him. No, dude, he's only like 19 years old. This was his first game. There was a lot of nerves. You could tell that, hey man, he's just got to get out there. He's got to work on some conditioning. He has to bulk up. But as far as a defender, he probably won't be the defender that we think he is until, he puts on some weight and conditioning. But he's still a great player. I still have hope in him. It's your boy D Star, and I'm out. Peace.